Hi, it's me, Pam Vinny, and I have finished the journal here that I used with the Graphic 45, what was it? Time to Celebrate collection. And then I have one that I will be putting together that will be like this that I will also sell. So let's start out, and its cover is 9.5 by 6.5 pages inside, or 6 by 9. I decided to add this beautiful doily, vintage doily on this linen. It's got the little crochet trim. I did cover up my fabric, but that's okay. It just gives additional stability. And then you don't see the strings, they're underneath, but here's the pretty fabric. And it got chunky. Yeah, it seems like, I don't know why, it seems like I've been working on it forever, but I don't know. And then it has this stretchy elastic, which is really pretty. And I believe this one will be sold. Somebody requested I make one like this, but I will make one pretty close to this one also. I have it all set to make. So, and it has different like celebrations, but you wouldn't have to use it for just celebrations. The beautiful cover and a little velvet strip here, trim. This really pretty peachy lace. Beautiful lady there. And then I think I did some die cutting. Maybe that's why it took a long time too. I, did some die cutting, and then with this I did a lot of stamping and stenciling, and then the inking. So that took a little bit. But under here, got a little card from the collection, and in here I used some of these awesome papers that I got from Tammy with Jimmy and Tammy. So those are fun to read. And I just backed it with a color that went with this journal. Coffee dyed with stamping. Digital there. Paper stenciling. Here I have I added some, a little frame here, and then this you can just open up, and there's a little pad of paper that you can take out and use to write on. Here I have like a vellum pocket. Actually, it's a double vellum pocket. There's one here, and there's one here. I guess I need to cover that. And it says gravy there, so I'll put a little some there. This is a digital, like, faux postcard, and I added some of this little frame embellishment onto there. And then I just added this, and then you could do what you wanted to with this, but I put it in there because it's the same paper from here. The side stenciling, coffee dyeing. I did some with little wonky pages. Another coffee dyed. Paper to journal on. Pretty digital. This is a die cut that I got from Hobby Lobby, and then I sewed through it and then added this tool to it. Let's see, let's go a little bit. Stenciling. Added this little corner for a tuck. Little vintage round crochet. The ladies there. Did a little stencil spray. A few things clipped on. Did a belly band. A little bike. Oop. Little appliques. Whoops. I'll have to glue that on. And a little die cut some leaves. And then you have some notes here. Note papers. Then I have a Sizzix embossing folder that I used. Added paper to the back, but it's called Flourish and Postcards. And I looked online because I had somebody ask where I got it, but it was so many years ago, I can't find it anymore. But it was called Sizzix. It was an embossing folder, and it was Flourish and Postcard. So I added some die cuts here, a little faux stamp, and then I sewed all around this vellum piece. Let's see. Oh yeah, here is the middle of the first signature. There's 3 signatures. This is a hanky. I folded it down here, and then I just added some cards from the kit that goes in different places here. All right. So that one, this you could cut apart and use how you'd like. And then I added this lace here. Just tied the string in a bow. And then in here, I think there's some, yeah, there's some paper. Okay, and then here I have more paper that matches the inside paper here, and then another, oh, I showed you that. Okay, here I have a pocket, it's beautiful paper, another card with a beautiful lady and gentleman dancing, just a little scrappy notebook. Oh, I was going to show the little information, little booklet that we got when we went to see the manatees. So I'll have to show that next time. But it was kind of fun. Here's another one with the crochet ladies. I stenciled this, has a little gold to it, and a little tuck here. This is a die cut thicker one that I got from Hobby Lobby. Yeah. And then this was a digital that I made into like a faux picture. I added some of these little embellishments here, and then I used some little chalk. Was it a chalk paint or something to make it pink? And I did her cheeks pink so it looks more like a faux postcard. Then I added this little embossed, like it's like a frame, and just a little lace there. So I think that you can kind of see it's sparkly. So I'll make some of those when I do the next journal. It should be a lot quicker because I already have the template for it. I just have to, I'll kind of put it together with you a little bit. A little stenciling. It's pretty here. So you have lots of room to write too. This little pocket. Just added a few little things in there. And this has some of this pretty trim. Added this and then put a little frame around it and a tab. It tucks into the trim. And here's another one of these where you open it up and have a little place, a little note paper. Stenciling. Then here's another one of these faux postcards that I added little bits of frame corners to, here and there. Right here I added a couple pieces here. That really bumps it up a notch, I think. Cute. It's a layered flower stamp. And this is the same type of elastic trim that I have as the tie for the journal. I just have some tatting. This cute little girl here. Some things I may have to ink. Then this is also what I did with my dies. Made that little layered die cut. And we have this crochet trim here. Oh, this kind of opens up. And so I used another little die. And there's a little button. Tuck that under. So that's the first signature. Here's the second. This is beautiful trim that I weaved some of this satin ribbon in. Excuse me. And this has some just coffee dyed papers too. And I left it as is because it blends with the background of this. So I didn't add a lot to that. And then here I have some, these are little, what you call this, like flat back, kind of peachy pearls, that little crochet bow, a little label, and then I added these little embellishments here, little cut apart. Have a little teacup that I added a little, this was another die cut I made. A few things here. Little die cut, so a few little things in here. Let me just copy dye these. I mean, ink them. But this would be fun too if you wanted to honor a relative, and then you would use their, wedding and birthday, or even for yourself, weddings and birthdays and all that. I did stenciling with this. This is from a vintage book page. The Ghoti Lady Doll. Sprays, coffee dye, stencil, Here's another pretty lady that I embellished with this here. And I added some of that pink. It's kind of like a chalk paint, I think. And then I also did this die cut. Added the flowers. And I'll show you that when I put together the other one. And I thought that was cute. I added that to the back. You could put a little something in here. I don't know why they made this like here, and then that breaks that little, when you cut it out. So I reinforced it. But isn't that cute? Look at that, frames that little buoy right in there. Okay. And then little tag in here. Digital. Lady Fair doily book. Stenciling. Copy dyed. Accounting paper. Then here I put a card. I got some cards from Hobby Lobby here. I added this little paper doily to the middle and added the sticker. Added some more of these little corners. And I added the pink coloring to the flower. I just thought that made it a little more not so new by adding this to it. And that flips up, so you got all that journaling space. And then I used another die and made these little holders for lace, and then added a beautiful applique. Here's the middle of the second. Now I have this paper bag, and you could put stuff in here, and here. And I used a stencil first and got this, and I sprayed it, and I inked it. Then I did the layered stamping, added a little butterfly. Yeah, it's like a layered stamp. Center. And then here we have a doily, half doily. On this side we have a different doily. So into here I did this little die cut that I got from Hobby Lobby. Added this to it. And you could write into it, add paper, write on some paper and add it to it. Then I added a little label here for a tuck with a little teapot, and added some birded flower to the top. Oh, just another little paper. And on this doily, and you can see I have a little crochet lace here. And this is another one that I was sent. It's a copy from Tammy. Thank you, Tammy, for those. Let's see. So here, it's like a little side tuck. And I layered some things here that were die. So I have die cuts here. Time for tea. I think I have to ink this yet. I do, but that's so cute. Then dyed index cards. Just a few little things here. Vintage lace. And have a little tuck here with this cute little girl. Added a the embossed here. Can't hardly tell, but yeah. My husband's like, nobody will notice half the stuff that you do. It takes so much time. I'm like, well, they might. The little details. Added more here to this digital. Added this tag. Isn't that beautiful? The doily here with the ladies. And this is a pocket that has tulle here. And just added this pretty card. I think I need to ink that. I mean, yeah, I do need to ink that. So you just pull it up a little bit, and then you can tuck it in there. And then some of the tulle is coming out to the side here. And over here. Okay, stenciling. Little card here. A little tuck. A little die I have. Cut that die cut out of the bow. More of those ladies. Little spraying and stamping. Okay, this flips out, and then you could add whatever you want to this. Pictures, papers, writing. And here I have this little die cut that I made, and here's another one of these awesome scans from Tammy. I added a little ruffle here. You can see Chanel and Battenberg from the side here. And this has a little card here. That girl cute. And then this is cut aparts from the Graphic 45 kit. So we have a Chanel here, really soft yarn, Battenberg lace. This is like a thick vellum frame, so it kind of frames the flowers, and then you just have this. This is a die that I have. Oops. So that goes, does that go in here? Yeah, there you go. Okay, and then this is the last signature. We have another piece of beautiful doily with a little Battenberg along the edge. Added this pretty butterfly and this vintage trim here, kind of a peachy pink. A few things tucked in. A little tag. And added this little butterfly and some chiffon ribbon. Okay, and then I decided to tone down this bright color with these bead, or I don't know what you call this, like flatbacks there on this gorgeous ribbon. This is a die cut. I had of a jar, added a label, little tag. There's some string there, and then I added a die cut that I got from Hobby Lobby onto this tag, and then it just goes in here, and then you lift that up, I'm going to put that there so it looks like the flowers are coming out of the jar. Here's the stamp. This paper was pretty. This is part of an envelope. There's the envelope flap. Added this applique type trim. Had this little paper that I thought was pretty, and added a die cut. And then we just have some applique flowers that I added to the top and bottom. Did some spraying here. It's pretty. So there's a little bit of tea theme too throughout. Another pretty crochet with the ladies with the umbrellas. Beautiful ladies here from a magazine. A little stamping. Okay, this I decided I didn't want. It was on the side here of this envelope. And it went like that. But I didn't like it. I don't know, it just wasn't off. So you could always fix something. So I just kept the envelope flap here. Added this trim. Little piece at the top. Cut apart from the kit, a little die cut on this cute little girl here, and then I added a cut apart from the kit, and oops, there goes that. A little tag using dies that I have to make those die cuts. You can tuck in there. And then this is the faux postcard that I inked around, added the stamp, more die cuts that I did, and backed it with some coffee dyed paper. And you can see the ruffle from this side, and it has peach colors in it. Okay, now, and how I fix this too, I thought, oh, the colors are so bright. I liked it. This was a card that I got at Hobby Lobby, so I just cut it off to make it a pocket. But I felt it was too bright. So what I did was I added some applique flowers here. So I added this applique flower, which gives it texture, and then I added this one. So you see it's not quite as bright, and it looks really beautiful. So I like how that turned out. And I had some really round, thick pearls that I took off. They're too bulky, and I added the applique in the middle. So yeah, so that actually turned out better than, you know, you make things work, and they turn out pretty good. Here's another of these Flourish cards that I embossed. Added a little die cut of a bow, and that little faux stamp, and backed it on coffee dyed paper. And here I added die cuts and some beautiful appliques. Okay, then a book page, a garden book page, some digital here. Did some spraying. One of those book page, the Goody Lady Doll. They're beautiful dresses. I did some stenciling. Some flowers here. Added this. It's fun to read. Backed it. And made this a tuck. Actually, this is from one of the cards that I got at Hobby Lobby. I don't see it right now, but yeah. And I just fussy cut around it, and it's thicker. So you can use those cards for other things other than just a card. Okay, and here's the middle of the third signature. And I used the hankies. I used a hanky. It's got beautiful green tatting. I took this scalloped embroidered fabric. I backed it on some white cardstock. I added and then cut it out so it'd be thicker here. Then added a little bit of lace and added this here. I don't know, from a curtain maybe. But you could put something in here too. On this side, I added this beautiful applique. And this could just be tied in a bow here. So then, and then I tucked this under, or like almost like a little shirt with these are pockets. A little envelope. So I thought that was pretty. And then I folded some music paper like that. And then I used another die I have and just put some leftover paper and added a beautiful applique and added some little trim here, and I put it on this little base. So there you go. And over here I have a large journal card from the kit. This opens up so you could write all in here. It's also a pocket, added lace and an applique, a butterfly, a little die cut leaf here. On the back it's been stenciled, stamped, fabric here, lace, and then we have this little booklet, added a die cut, I cut out a little label, and you have paper here that you can journal on, or you could tear it off, put it wherever you want. So, a little booklet. Here is another die. This is a smaller one. Added this fabric, that was the cover, and a beautiful applique. Label, little mushrooms, book page. This is beautiful moments, a little spraying here and here, just to bring out some more some of the colors. I've added this vintage crochet piece. Did spraying of blue and pink. So yeah, lots of stuff went into this. A lot of prep work, I guess. Here's a little teacup. Added that little applique. So sweet. God is always with you. It's a little vellum piece. A little scrap of paper. Paper's pretty. That goes in the teacup. Look, a garden page, and I have a tuck here. We have a coffee dyed index card, a little tab, and this was a digital. I added a little label to it. Here we have a belly band, and this is the fabric that was the cover, and I backed it on some white cardstock. Then I added this piece and added some of this lace. The top I added this beautiful little embroidered flower, and then I took out that pearl and added the little applique flowers, then added another little piece of lace, and this, I don't know where that came from. Was that a die cut? I'm not sure, but anyway, thought that was pretty there. So now it's a tuck, and I just have some paper here. That was pretty, kind of matched the little teacup there. Okay, on this side we have another die cut, and so this can open up. You can write all in there. Also, a card, and another one of these faux postcards. And there's a little bow that I die cut. And here, another stamp. And I have just a little pocket. Okay, there's tuck at the top. Pretty ladies. This is blue spray that I did to the paper. And here's a little honey to ink the back. A little card here. And here's the other side of the envelope where I added paper, laces and applique, and another one of those little pieces with the frame here. I think inside I just have a couple of these cards to use wherever you want. And on this side I have a little cut apart, just a few things here, and applique. Okay, I better move along here. Another little card. This is like a little plate. I did a paper ruffle, added the cut apart, and added some tulle and some chiffon ribbon. And then here's some beautiful lace on the side. Isn't that pretty? And here was a card too that I got from Hobby Lobby. It looked a little too modern to me, so how I fixed it was I added this image, digital, and then I also used these little corners, and I used chalk paint to make the pink there. And then added lace to the edge, and then you open up and you can write. And then we have a pocket here. So that is the journal that I made, and the doily fit perfect to it. Vintage embroidered doily, the crochet on the edge. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And when I have time, I will show a few things as I'm making one pretty much just like it. And I've already got, what I've got so far is the signatures. And I've covered the cereal box. So this is the fabric that's on the other one too. It's covered up a lot, but you can still see it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the flip through of that. And I thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.